history. Work on this production began in February with auditions. And for the past week, we've met every day to rehearse. I'll ask you to join me right now in turning off all your cell phones, as I'm doing now, and other electronic beeping devices. And also, I have to ask you not to take flash photography during the production for the safety of the actors and enjoyment of your fellow audience members. Thank you. Please enjoy the show.
If music be the food of love, play on. Oh, it came on my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before.
My lord, will you go hunt?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eye did see Olivia first, that instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now, what news from her?
So please, my lord, though I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid I do return this answer. Like a cloister she will walk, veiled, and water once a day her chambers round with eye-offending brine. All of this to season a dead brother's love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love, but to a brother. Away before me, to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friend, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, Captain?
Is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother! And so perchance may he be.
True, madam. And to comfort you with a chance, assure yourself. After our ship did split, I saw your brother, most potent in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea. Like Orion on the dolphin's back, hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope. Knowest thou this country?
I, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino! I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And is now, or was very late. But when I went from hence, 'twas fresh in the murmur that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, a daughter of a count, who died some 12 a month since, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, for whose dear love she hath adjourned the company and the sight of man.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world.
That will be hard to compass, for she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in me, Captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap to time I will commit, only shape thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, your muse, I'll be. My tongue blabs, let my eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece, to take the death of her brother thus. I am sure care's an enemy of life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your hours. I heard her talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Eggcheek?
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but 1 year and all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
By that you'll say so. He plays O the field to gamboys, and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling. 'Tis thought by the prudent, he'd quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they're scoundrels and substractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that admire, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and to drink in Illyria. Ah, here comes Sir Andrew Eggface.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
You too, sir. Fare you well, gentlemen.
I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts! Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen. Or if she be, it's 4 to 1 shall none of me. The Count himself, here, hard by woos her.
She'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree in estate, years, nor wit. I have heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As any man in Illyria whatsoever he be. And I think I have the back trick. Simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Is it a world to hide virtues in?
If the Duke continues these favors toward you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced, for he had known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger to him.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Ho!
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
How then unfold the passion of my love? Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It will serve thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man, and all is simulative a woman's part. Some 4 or 5 attentive, all if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and you shall live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet, a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me that hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter by way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
I can tell you where that saying was born, of I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that may you be bold to say in your foolery.
God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, your best.
Wit and be thy will. Put me into good fooling. For what says Squinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady. Take the fool away. Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady. Sir, I bade them take you away. Miss Prison in the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool. Can you do it? Dexterously, good Madonna. Make your proof. I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me. Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll find your proof. Good Madonna, why mournest thou? Good fool, for my brother's death. I think his soul is in hell, Madonna. I know his soul to be in heaven. Fool. The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen. What think you of? What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do, to the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel that your ladyship takes delight in such a bad rascal.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite.
Madame, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madame. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madame, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now, you see, sir, your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Madam, yonder young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. But I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He's been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
Let him approach. Call in my gentleman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy. The honorable lady of the house. Which is she? Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will? Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty! I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it. Are you a comedian? No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house? If I do not usurp myself, I am. Most certain. If you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it. And 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wander at you than to hear you. If you be but mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are to your ears divinity, to any others profanation.
Give us this place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady,
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
in Orsino's bosom,
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
to answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? Now, sir, you are out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one as I was is this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done. If God did all,
'Tis in frame, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'tis beauty truly blent. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you would leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will hand out diverse sketches of my beauty. It shall be inventory. Every particle and utensil labeled to my will as item. 2 lips in different red. Item. 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item. 1 neck and 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you aren't fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind, but I cannot love it. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble. Yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I could find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia!
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortune, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, limbs, actions, and spirits do give thee fivefold blazing. Not too fast, soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind. Tell him, would I or not, I'll none of it. If they youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know what, and fear to find. Mine eyes too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not own. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. The malignancy of my fate might, perhaps, distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
You must know me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I call Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Mescali, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased when we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
Now I am bound Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court. Else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Will you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains, but have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you put your lord into a desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hearty as to come again in your lord's affairs. Let it be a port your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid. My outside have not charmed her. Poor lady. She were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness. Thy master loves her dearly. Thy poor monster fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It's too hard a knot for me to untie.
Sir Andrew, not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and deliculo surgere thou knowest.
Nay, by my troth, I know not. But I do know that to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion! I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So to go to bed then is to go to bed betimes. Does not our life consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marion, I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool, in faith.
I did in petticoats thy utility, for Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no Botolo houses.
Excellent! Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Aye, let's have a song. Here's sixpence for thee.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song! A love song!
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. That can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys in lovers meeting. Every wise man
Right.
Very sweet and contagious, in faith.
What's a caterwauling you keep here? If my lady have not called upon her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Tilly Valley, lady. There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady.
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable boy.
My master, are you mad? What are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir. In our catches. Snack 'em.
Sir Toby, I must be roused with you. My lady bade me tell you that although she harbors you as our kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your misdemeanors, you're welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her. She's very willing to bid you farewell.
Out of time. Sir, ye lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there will be no more cakes and ale?
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor and anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
For as good a deed as to drink when a man's hungry, to challenge him to field, and then to break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation myself, by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. For Mandro Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed tonight. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Tell us something of him.
He is so crammed, as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is his ground of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that by Sinum will my revenge find no cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop by his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the expression of his eye, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like your lady one.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it to my nose too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she is in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass. Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third. Where ye shall find the letter, observe his construction. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we had last night.
He is not here, my lord, but please, thou should sing it.
Who was it?
Festi the jester, my lord, a fool that Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. How dost thou like this tune?
It's a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, my boy?
A little, by your favor,
What kind of woman is it?
of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. Of what years, in faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old! By heaven. Oh, fellow, come. The song we had last night.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee sing.
Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Come away, dear, and in sad cy
Cheers for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid, one time or another. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, have for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There's no woman's sides could bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much.
Aye, but I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love women to men may own. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps. Were I a woman, I should, your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but like concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat, like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters in my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Tell her my love can give no place, bide no denay. Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Here comes the little devil. How now, my metal Lavinia?
Get ye three behind the columns. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He's been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Serve him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Quick, my name is Justine. Hide out there. Here comes the trap that must be caught, tickling.
Is but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have for the self come thus near that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, feast, contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I said.
To be Count Malvolio.
Pistol him, pistol him!
Peace! Peace!
There is example for it. The Lady of Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel! Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown,
Fire and brimstone!
No, please!
and then, to have the humor of state, to call upon my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Please, now!
Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cold, yet peace!
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control, saying, Cousin Toby, fortunes having cast me upon your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, gab!
Nay, why bring the sinews of our plot?
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here? By my knife, 'tis my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, her T's.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? Why that's...
To the unknown beloved, this in my good wishes, her very phrase, by your leave, wax, soft, and the impressure of her lucre, with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love but who. Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows, no man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio,
Mary, Hangly Brock.
I may command what I adore, but silence like a lucre knife, with bloodless stroke my heart will gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What poison?
I may command where I adore. Why? She may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. That is evident to any formal capacity. There's no obstruction in this. And at the end, to what should that alphabetical position portend? Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that. He is now in a cold scent.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
Say you was working out.
Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And to annul thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough, and appear fresh, be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee as servant still. Their fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Why, this is open. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I do not now fool myself, let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars, I thank thee. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, at my presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
Repentant of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry the wench for this device.
Here comes your noble gold catcher.
If you will then see the fruits of your sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He shall come to her in yellow stockings. 'Tis a color she abhors. And cross-gartered, fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, my most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Safety, friend. Dost thou live by thy music?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
Hold. There's expenses for thee. Now Jove and his next commodity of care, send thee a beard. By my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
My lady is within, sir. I will conster to them whence you come.
This fellow's wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. Ah, most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant? You are servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, I would they were blanks than filled with me.
Madam, I come to wait your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you. I bid you never speak on him again. I would you undertake another suit. I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
Stay, I pray thee. Tell me what thou thinkest of me.
that you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Were it better, madam, than I am?
Cesario, by the roses of spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee. Not that pleasure all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
No faith! I'll stay not a jot longer!
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard,
But did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
as plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to you in your sight only to exasperate you, to arouse your mouth's valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint, banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand and was volleyed. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash away, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard. Unless, of course, you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either through valor or policy.
And it be anyway, it must be with valor, for policy I hate.
Why then, build me a report upon the basis of valor. Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation towards woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand, be cursed and brief. It be no matter how witty, so long as it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou vowest him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, though the sheet were big enough for the bed of where in England, no matter about it. Go. And there be gall enough in thy ink, though it be a goose pen, no matter about it. Go!
We'll have an interesting letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me, then. And by all means, stir on the Count's youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if he were open, and you find enough blood in his liver, as will plug the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look, where the youngest red of mine comes.
If you desire the spleen and will lap yourself with the stitches, follow me. Yon gold Marvolio's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does lap his face into more lines that are in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. We've not seen such a thing as 'tis. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, she will smile and take it as a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.